What did you feel like you saw from Kieran Chandler in his first MLS start?
I think he handled himself really, really well, and this is, as I've mentioned, not an easy place to come. Playing against them in the way in which they play, in the way in which they attack on the right hand side is it's a bit of a baptism of fire, I would say, for a young player like him. But he's made his first steps in the MLS in a way in which he can be really proud of himself, and I'm sure the players around him would leave the pitch saying that he's gained credibility and trustworthiness as a player at this level, and it's certainly a step forward for him. And I'm sure once the dust settles and we're past this result and the disappointment of the result, then that is certainly one of the major positives from today.
What did you feel like Hoyan struggled with finding a foothold in the game?
I think he had some. I think he had some good moments for sure. I don't. I certainly wouldn't look at him and think the performance was poor in any way. I just think the team in the first half struggled to meaningfully progress the ball. We struggled to make possession stick. We struggled a little bit in counter pressure moments to make up the distances and sustain possession in the opposition's half. And we obviously we looked a little bit light when we went from bottom to top quickly. So I think uh, we as a team have to solve those issues. They certainly don't fall on at the door of any one player. And Hoyun making his first start in the MLS, he certainly had some good moments, and I wouldn't be quick to single him out in any way. It was obviously it was a much wider issue than any one player is responsible for at all.
What do you feel like Sangbin is struggling with this year?
I wouldn't be able to put my finger on one thing in particular. I think you're seeing a lot of the things that Sangbin typically does well from a application, willingness, athleticism perspective. He's really in the game. He's dialed in. He's defending with a real level of concentration, willingness, discipline, and obviously Sangbin's big threat is his transition threat, the way he attacks space in behind. And I think there's been moments where I'm sure he'd look at himself and say that he'd want to have handled the ball better between the lines and linked with more precision and been cleaner in combination play. But I think Sangbin typically is a player that you see at his best when he's attacking a big space and he's running in behind from deep. And he, yeah, didn't have a load of those moments today. And I would again make the same point that I made around Hoyun. I don't think it falls on any one individual player. I think as a team we struggled to really meaningfully progress the ball in a way in which those players at the front had really good quality chances, a real closeness in the link ups around them, and a way of really meaningfully impact the game. So, yeah, of course, every player who's on the pitch over the course of the game contributes to that. And when we get back in on Friday and we talk about that and we debrief, then I'll be at pains to make that point. It's a collective thing for sure.
Do you feel like there was any hangover from Saturday?
No, I think I've tried to make guard against that in the way that we've picked the team today. Obviously, with that in mind, with the conditions here in mind, I wanted to make sure that there were no excuses, there were no question marks in our mind as to whether we were going to be able to approach the game with a real energy and yeah, the necessary freshness to tackle the heat and the humidity here. So. I can't say that Saturday would have influenced that in any way, and we sort of protected the players that played on Saturday from that effect. But now our focus is on making sure that there's no hangover from tonight for Saturday's game, and obviously I will very likely take a similar approach in that sense, and I'll be expectant on Saturday of the team that plays to show a real desperation to put tonight right, and they will be well placed to do so for sure, given the way that we've managed this week.
Good for me, Andy, if you have any more.
Nope. Thanks, Eric.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks,
Speak
Eric.
soon. Thanks.
Kieran, obviously you played in the U.S. Open Cup, but what did it feel like for you to make your MLS debut tonight?
I mean, it's something that I've been dreaming of since I was a little kid, and it felt absolutely amazing. And I'm really happy to have made my debut, and then also having my coaches being blessing me with this opportunity.
Kieran, players always talk about how fast the game is moving when they first come in. Did you experience that tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole nother step from. I mean, I was playing in college last year, and then now coming to the, you can quote unquote say big leagues, it definitely is a whole different step, and I'm ready to take on that challenge as my career goes along.
Eric commended you for your physicality and kind of not having the moment be too big for you. We kind of saw that early with some physicality with Jack McGinn. How do you kind of pride yourself on that aspect of how you defend?
But you mind saying that again, and you kind of cut out.
Yeah, I just said Eric commended you on your physicality. How do you try to bring that to your defensive game?
I mean, I always think of it as just another game, and I just do my stuff. Doesn't matter what team I'm playing for. But I mean, yeah, I just want to play my game and as defensive as I can get. I mean, that's great, but I have to be playing both sides of the ball. But yeah.
Did any of your teammates sort of try to walk you through and help you out in this game or give you any pregame advice?
Yeah, I mean, I had some very good players around me on that left side. You have Will and Julian, and also Devin on that side. They really did support me all throughout the day, just giving me tips, and then also having to go where I needed to go, and then also play balls where I needed to play balls. But yeah, I mean, the support from my teammates really did help me today.
I know Houston's a long way from Connecticut, but do you have any friends or family in the stands tonight?
I did. I have some friends of friends that were at the game today that I got tickets for. But yeah.
There was a moment, I think it was in the first half, where you sort of pushed the ball right past Ethan Barthlow and just sort of strolled past him. What does it feel like to have one of those moments where you get to show off your skills a little bit?
It feels great. I always want to impress, but also do the simple things right too. But I mean, it felt really good.
What is playing for the second team done for you to get to MLS? I know you have a few assists and a few games under your belt there. What has that done to kind of help you set up this moment?
I mean, like I said before, just playing my game and doing what I need to do and get my job done. Kind of just the better I'm doing, the better I get at doing that, then it just comes naturally, I feel like.
Did you think you'd be an MLS left wing back at this point in your career?
I still think I need a little bit learning to do, but I think I showed myself tonight. But yeah, just to learn the game, and then also like you said before, the pace of the game. I just need to get used to that, and I think I'll be all right.
What was the feedback once you started looking at your phone after you got back to the locker room?
Just a lot of people were telling me congrats, all friends from home and then college as well.
That's good for me, Andy, if you have any more.
Thanks, Kieran. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.